first Blair and Kenyan trip in 2005. Throughout the preceding decade, we've changed the trip a lot. It's grown, it's evolved, it's become more community-oriented to the extent that now we're sitting at the first Blair and Kenyan school. 2.5 years ago, I sat down with a bunch of committee members living around here, and we discussed the needs of the community and how to help them, and they kept coming back to, we need education, we need education. So why not start our own school here? There was a real lack of education in the community where we stay, and there was a real need for it. And over the next 1.5 years, we built 4 classrooms, an administrator office, we have bathrooms, we have a well, and we have a temporary kitchen right behind me. The future plans for the school are to connect to electricity, which we've raised money to do that, and we'll have it connected by June. We are in the process of purchasing 10 computers. We've brought over in this trip 1,000 books. We're going to bring another 1,000 in June, and we're actually in the process of buying land for farming as well, so that we can have crops that we can grow to serve the students' lunches here. 2 years ago, Blair actually took a student from Kenya, and that was Kelvin Saram. Kelvin did 2 years at Blair before going on to Lafayette, and during that time, he and I grew quite close, and he was on these trips with us for 2 years. And he came to me last spring, and he said, the school you've done in Kisumu is amazing. It's changed lives there. We could really use that in our village. Is there any way you can help partner with our town as well? Over the summer, we worked together, we discussed it, and starting last July, we have begun the second Blair in Kenya school. Our school fees are $3 a month. We have about 150 kids. Roughly 2/3 of them can pay that. For many of the students in this area, that's outside of their means. So in addition, we have a program where we sponsor kids. So we have families and students and my own family who sponsor students to come here. We collect $200 per kid. What we do is we pay for any school supplies they need. We pay the school fees. And then each day for lunch, we buy them a hot lunch. So we have a volunteer committee that serves lunch every day for the students for the entire year. One of the real problems in this area is getting credit to develop businesses and grow businesses. So in addition, we've created a microfinance lender that currently funds about 25 different business projects in the area. People come, they apply for their loan, they explain their project, this committee goes and looks at it and discusses with them and decides whether or not to fund the loan, which we do at 0% interest. HIV rates are really high, malaria rates are amazingly high, and just common illnesses that we wouldn't even consider in America can be really either life-threatening or certainly impact a student's ability to go to school or an adult's ability to care for their family. We bring in 2 doctors, 3 nurses, and we're going to treat several hundred people around here, most of whom have never seen a doctor before. Addressing one problem doesn't solve it. Everything's global. Okay, it's great. Send a kid to school. What if he doesn't have lunch? How can he learn? So then you give the kid lunch. Well, what do you do when the kid's sick then? When he's too sick to go to school and there's no doctors, how do you treat that? And what do you do when he goes home and has no dinner? Or how does the kid study and do homework if he doesn't have any lights at home? Or if the water that he's drinking makes him sick? All of these problems are connected. One of the main focuses is economy and businesses, trying to create more money, more jobs in this area. So the microfinance has worked very well. One of the big goals that I have is to really integrate Blair Academy and Blair in Kenya. It's 2 places I love that almost couldn't be more different. I love teaching at Blair. I love working with all the Blair kids. And this Kenya experience is also just powerful and amazing to me. To be able to bring them together is a real dream of mine. And we're doing that. I brought over 100 Blair kids to see this school. Blair students have painted it. They're teaching it. They're running programs here. We're bringing over supplies, we're working with the medical clinics, and I think as these 2 projects grow and they can grow closer together, it would be really exciting. Once you get here and once you see the smiles on the kids' faces and once you see the way that lives can be changed, it's pretty hard not to want to help. And that's what drives me, is the smiles, their laughter, the fact that we're sitting at a school that didn't exist 2 years ago, and 100 and something kids are getting educated. It's really all thanks to the Blair community and the support that we've gotten.